Our next speaker is Don Moore. Dr. Moore holds the Lorraine Tyson Mitchell Chair at the Haas School of Business at University of California, Berkeley. He received his PhD in organizational behavior from Northwestern University. His research interests include overconfidence, including when people think they're better than they actually are, when people think they're better than others, and when they're, when they're too sure that they know the truth. And I think in a nice tribute to transparency, included in his bio is this final line, he's only occasionally overconfident.
Thanks. I should start by thanking the organizers and to all of you who are here. It is so exciting to be talking about these issues. We are on the cusp of a revolution. I want to talk about potential ideas for accelerating that revolution. And in doing so, I know that I'm preaching to the choir here a little bit, but I think all of us can feel very good about our contributions, however modest, to this enormously important public goods problem, especially on this Earth Day. My history with some of the issues I want to talk about trace back to a meeting that changed the way I think about professional incentives at the Society for Experimental Social Psychology, where Bobby Spellman, among others, said, the field's not going to change until the incentives change. And I thought, damn straight. And I went to a faculty meeting at the Haas School where I work and said to the associate dean, we need to pass a resolution specifically indicating our plans to reward our colleagues for doing open science when we're considering promotion tenure decisions. He was supportive. I brought it up at a faculty meeting and was filibustered and voted down by my colleagues in an extremely frustrating moment where I had my hopes crushed, and then emerged nevertheless optimistic because I realized, wait, I don't need some sort of endorsement from all of them to note the importance of open science. I'm going to be at the faculty meetings where we discuss whether someone deserves tenure or not, and I can bring up the fact, I can note whether they've posted their data or whether they've pre-registered any of the studies that they did. And what that, the path that started me down is an individual response to my frustration at slow institutional change, which when I'm flattering myself, I like to think of as being bold and courageous, but I have a feeling plenty of other people regard as irresponsible vigilante justice. I think I'm comfortable with that characterization as well. So when it comes to changing the incentives, journal publications is number one on that list. The fact that all journals don't require data posting, I think, is outrageous. So what can I do about that? Well, I have started asking, I started out by noting in my, my private note to editors, I believe all journals, if they care about the integrity of the scientific process, should require data posting. Then when editors ignored that, I started putting it in my reviews. I will not support publication until the authors have posted their data. When editors then routinely said, you can ignore reviewer one on his strange request, then I started, and this is brand new, further annoying editors by saying I will only agree to perform my review on the condition that I first have the data in hand and the authors commit to posting it upon publication. I don't know how that's going to go. We'll see. What I have done for much longer is include this note in my reviews. So after consultation with Brian Nosek and some others at the Center for Open Science, we formulated this wording that a number of people include in reviews. I realize by inserting the strong language in reviews, I make myself identifiable. This was an attempt to sort of spread out the responsibility and create some ambiguity about who exactly was making these strange requests. But what a number of us include is this. I request that the authors add a statement to the paper confirming whether for all experiments they've reported all measures, conditions, data exclusions, and how they determine their sample sizes. The authors should, of course, add any additional text to ensure the statement is accurate. This is a standard review or disclosure request endorsed by the Center for Open Science. So if you're interested in including this in your reviews, the link is there. And it's obviously at the Open Science Framework and searchable online. After journal publication or publications feed into, of course, decisions on hiring. How can we take action individually when our institutions are slow to focus on the importance of open science? I have become the fortunate person in my department who P-curves all applicants. So when we're considering hiring someone, I get the privilege of vetoing them before they make it to the short list, after I've had the chance to read their papers and P-curve them to make some assessment of the likelihood that their published record includes evidentiary value. That's a royal pain in the keister, but is worth it and important. And then, of course, at promotion time, I feel very strongly that I would like to reward my colleagues when they have practiced good science. And so I've taken it upon myself to review the record of each person who comes up for promotion or tenure and note at the meeting whether they've posted their data, whether they've pre-registered any studies. It's up to my colleagues the degree to which they want to weight that information. Sometimes it is influential in discussions, and of course I feel very good about that. When institutions are slow, there's action that we can take individually to help light the spark that's going to change the world. So let me just close with Viva la Revolución. Thanks a lot.